Lesson 137. The Danger of Competition. We welcome you to Lesson 137 at NAMAS University, Earth's Spiritual University, the place and community that helps you grow into fully soul-guided people. This community helps you to achieve your soul mission during this incarnation, in accordance with the up-to-date divine plan. Hello, dear students. We speak in group consciousness with one voice. You know us as the band of brothers, the united heart, voice and mind of your friends Lord Buddha, YESHUA, whom you may know as Jesus, and God Shiva. We stand together in unity and harmony. We are here in service to the human kingdom of Earth. Since Earth's shift to and through the fifth dimension, you are no longer observers of events, but rather you are meant to be active participants and actively moving towards living in unity consciousness. For our series of lessons, we are tasked with teaching what Earth's humans need for a future speaking with one voice. What it takes to be permanently soul connected. And we have been looking at the interruptions to this connection. In particular, the interruption by the overdeveloped ego personality, which we light-heartedly refer to as your wild child. For our series of lessons, we are tasked with teaching what Earth's humans need for a future speaking with one voice, and what it takes to be permanently soul connected. We speak to you through our first soul-connected scribe, the first master voice to do so. We shall refer to our friend as our master scribe. It is our aim and the reason we speak, that you too learn to become soul-connected. Being soul-connected allows you to have daily, direct contact with your soul, Shambhala, and your master teachers and assistants. For today's lesson, lesson 137, we look at the danger of competition as a block to living in unity consciousness, and we make practical suggestions for navigating this challenge. In the most basic language, you use competitive expressions. Watch out, as when your wild child is out of control, emotionally distracting you, the ego personality of me sneaks in to take over your thoughts and language, and in turn your deeds. Think about it. Your thing, your possession, your one, whatever it is, must be big, the best, the most expensive, or it is not literally worth talking about. Therefore, first, in your everyday language, please take care. Of course, you can be proud of your child coming first in class. Of course, you can be proud of passing your driving examination. Feel that pride and achievement for yourself and others. This is an expression of love when a hug isn't possible. However, once the ego personality takes off and the wild child has its own way, and your particular subject is all you have to boast about, well, it's no longer pride, is it? The pride has turned on itself. The pride is the thing you are boasting about. How much pride you feel. The point comes when you become more proud of your child than anyone has ever been proud of their child. Do you see this? This is why you have the saying, pride comes before a fall. This is the point at which pride flies on its own, and you boast about the big, best, and most expensive. When you exhaust your own limit, it is usual to start on your opinion of the rich and famous, big, best, most expensive. Because now you are caught in the loop, you are caught in the trap. Now, we have had to warn our friend and master scribe about using depreciative language, language which diminishes the self. Yes, you see this as the opposite to pride, but in fact, it replaces the same function. So we have one coin with two faces, really. It's the same comparing and contrasting loop as when you are boastful. Perhaps you will understand it this way. For example, unable to take a compliment, instead of saying, "How kind of you, thank you," and return the compliment, you might reply to a compliment with an embarrassed, "Oh, this old thing?" Or, "Oh, please, no, it wasn't expensive." There you go again. You are still comparing and contrasting. And you don't recognize it because you are not boasting. You think you are not lost in competition. To compare and contrast is the world of competition. Let's look a little wider. There is your work life, business life, and there is the world of competitive sport, which, let's face it, when boiled down, it is simply yet another global business. Very cleverly, however, this business of sport has made you believe it is not a billionaire's money-making project. Oh, and at the expense of the spectators. Let's leave the politics to one side, or we shall be here for some time. Do you remember when sport was fun? Even if you were not what you would term as sporty, was there ever a time when you had your preferred team, but You wished everyone well. You had a cup of tea, or a pint, or a soda, and you had a good-natured chat. Sport was simply used as an opportunity to have a get-together and have a laugh. To make it exciting, there was a winner to cheer, and there was a loser to commiserate with. Well, we do not need to explain to you how this has become out of control. Now sport is pitting one against the other, aggression in behaviour and language. Sometimes there are rallying cries of good cheer from time to time, but it's not long until aggression is vented. In the elite sports, it is always the biggest, the fastest, and the most expensive engineering or training which triumphs. Of course, you can see the competition between your belief systems to a dangerous degree, and unbelievably still further division and comparing within any one belief system. You know this. You just cannot avoid competition. You divide the divine into slices for your wild child to completely indulge itself. Competition is so ingrained in your societies. This is exactly why we are here together, speaking to you at this time. Lord Buddha, YESHUA, whom you may know as Jesus, and God Shiva, we are standing together in unity and harmony. You see, it is possible. The danger within these forms of competition is judgment. Judgment divides everyone. Judgment is the error that needs correcting. Think about this for a moment. You would think the wild child ego personality would be happy to stand alone and stand up, with its shoulders back, feeling proud and so full of itself. But no. In fact, it is the wild child which is desperate to stand in line, to be judged, to be seen to mean something, to fit in somewhere. Even your most outrageous rebels enjoy being judged, as perhaps mildly threatening, as long as they are judged as being as far from the common consensus as possible, however, not falling into that dreaded anonymity. No, no. The wild child ego personality will not be ignored, you know. Your homework here is to note in your journal, diary, or exercise book where you have made judgments. Simply note. The influence of competition, of being first, best, biggest, is stifling creativity. Pastimes and hobbies seem to be less about producing to the best of one's ability the most beautiful creation, or the most original design, the most intricate model. Perhaps because honing these skills takes time and dedication. We know that your free time is in short supply nowadays. When your hobby is no longer free from revenue, it's more of a business than a pastime, really, isn't it? Therefore, now you have more pressure to perform. Look at your social media explosion. Some young people now have the dream of becoming a social media influencer, yet they don't have any clue what skills they possess, as they are not exercising their talent, staring at a screen for hours a day. What can be done to make free time more conducive to creativity? There is need for men's spaces without violence and aggression. The idea of the man shed is now introduced within various sections of society, where men can use their time served, specialised skills to repair and rebuild items, or simply to chat in a convivial masculine atmosphere. Do you have a hobby or pastime just for you? For your free expression, free from revenue? Do you paint, write poetry, or do any form of expressive art without involving competition? You can purchase a pencil and a pad of paper, no matter your income, and let your creativity flow. Make it fun. It will surprise you. It will relax you. You do not understand how much pressure on your nervous system is due to living in a highly competitive environment, especially when you do not recognize your environment as competitive. At times, many of you feel overwhelmed by this stress. At worst, it creates dis-ease in the body. This is why we tell you to go out in nature and leave your phone at home. Where there is no pressure, you will readily recognize peace and harmony. There is no need for competition. Does the thought of that make you breathe a little easier? The thought of finding a place where there is no wild child ego personality making you feel agitated. With your love and patience, the wild child will calm and will eventually dissipate, and you will easily connect to your soul and find your soul mission without its interference. Before we leave, we remind you again that we, Lord Buddha, your YESHUA, and God Shiva, are here as assistants to humanity. When you are feeling despondent in your unhappy times, please reach out to us. Hold out your hand, ask for us to be there. You must make the first move, as this demonstrates your true intention. We shall hear your call, and be assured we will respond with a loving hug. If you expect, or indeed insist on, dialogue with us or your guides, assistants, and teachers, please remember that first you must be soul connected, as this compels pure, uncorrupted signal. This, amongst other modalities, is what you learn at NAMAS University.org. Here, you will find a course available entitled Achieve Soul Connection by Dr. Martina Violeta Young. Work through the steps diligently. Use a diary, journal, or notebook expressly for this learning. This is the work. We leave you now until our next lesson. In lesson 138, we will discuss using imagination as a tool for soul connection. We are here to assist you on your journey to a full and stable soul connection. We love you. We bow to you. We are your loving brothers in friendship, Lord Buddha, YESHUA, and God Shiva, in one mind, heart, and voice, in unity consciousness. We shall return. This message was received by Susan Jack and spoken by her. We are delighted to announce the next on-site classes at NAMAS University at Merrymount Nature Station in Quincy, Massachusetts, USA, on May the 2nd and 3rd, 2026. Contact Donald Flynn. Please find the link for the website ecoton.com in the description below to sign up for these classes. This 2-day program will enhance and deepen your awareness and personal connections to Amaya, nature beings, galactic beings, and the Merpeople that share planet Earth AMAYA.